Well, hello there. Welcome to Healthy Cooking with your friendly Italians. I'm Jim Barrow.
And I'm Marilyn Barrow.
And we're going to be giving you some recipes that are simple, which you can get online. We're going to give you some tips about cooking. We'll do some gadgets. I always like gadgets and gadgets. We'll have a couple of those. We'll tell you some travel stories. We've been able, fortunately enough, to travel all around the world, and we've got some interesting things about food. We'll be talking about some restaurants that we like and food shopping in the area, and we hope you'll enjoy. I heard yesterday, or the day before yesterday, we've been talking about Mediterranean living or Mediterranean diet, and now they have another study out for the elderly that if you're on the Mediterranean living, and I'm going to call it living versus diet, that it's going to help you live longer, it's going to be anti-aging, and it's going to prevent heart attacks. How's that, Marilyn?
Well, I think that's true. I mean, I think it is a way of living. You know, we want conversation about food. We've always loved food, and our family loves food, and so it's a nice way to have a conversation. But healthy cooking is what you make it yourself, and making sure that you don't have a lot of fat or starches in your diet, and olive oil being the fat of choice, right, certainly in the Mediterranean diet.
And if you're gonna eat with your family, talk and enjoy. So, now the Barrow family tends to travel on its belly. What is prominent in our minds of any place we go, where are we going to eat?
Or what are we going to fix for a meal?
Or
That's always a conversation about food.
I want to talk about a place, Marilyn, that both you and I enjoy in New York City.
Well, just outside of New York.
Well, it's in the Bronx.
It's in the Bronx, yes.
We've always heard of Little Italy in down lower Manhattan, and Little Italy has become, to be very honest with you, somewhat of a tourist trap. What we consider the real Little Italy is a place called Arthur Avenue, and it's in the Bronx, right next to the Bronx Zoo.
Bronx Zoo, and where Fordham is in that area. And it's one street that not only has incredible restaurants that are very ethnic and very what you would consider a real Italian food, but they also have all the providers of ingredients. I mean, you can get anything you can think of that was really truly Italian in this area.
You can even get whole fresh chickens that they'll kill for you. You can pick it out and they'll kill it for you. Or, Marilyn,
they have goats. You can eat clams on the street. It's just you can't even believe, if any of you are of Italian heritage, they are things that you would remember your grandparents or your family's having, and they're all available in that area.
And they have places where they got the cheese hanging from the ceiling. The smells are outrageous, and the dried salamis, and they make their own pastas. You got pasta shops, bake shops, pastaterias. Am I saying that right?
Yes, wonderful breads, the best that you can imagine.
Desserts. And they got a restaurant we want to talk to you about called Dominic's. Very unusual restaurant. You walk into this place, and they've got these big, long tables, and the guy, they've been working there for years, go find a place, sit down. So you go sit down. Pretty soon, someone comes over, and you're waiting for a menu. Well, waiter, I said, well, where's the menu? Don't worry, let's see. You should have the veal parmesan. I think the chicken saltimbocca is for you. I don't get a little salad. You want some wine? I bring you some wine. Sit down. Don't worry about it. And the food comes. Food's wonderful. So now, after you're finished, you want the bill. Can I have the bill? Wait a second. Let's see. You had this. Give me $50. And that's how it's done. Now, not only is the food good there, but it's known that a lot of the New York Yankee baseball players come there and eat, and so not only you have good food, but you might even, if you go, get a chance to see Jeter or someone like that there. So I recommend if you go to New York and you got the time. Now, mind you, you
have
can't
to have a car.
You got to have a car. You can't get there by subways.
And there is parking behind the buildings, but it is a very interesting place to go try some good Italian food.
You actually could spend a whole afternoon there.
Right.
And bringing home all these wonderful things and eating oysters and eating good food, and it's stepping back into the past, and it's wonderful. So we recommend that you give that a try. So now let's talk about something else.
What are we talking about now?
Did you know, Marilyn, that breasts are out and thighs are in?
Well, yeah, I think you need to explain that a little bit.
Oh. Well, on television the other day, Kitty Kirk said, breasts are out and thighs are in.
Right.
What she was talking about is chicken breast and chicken thighs. That now people are eating chicken thighs more so than chicken breast. Why? Because chicken thighs have got more flavor to them and they don't dry out.
They're also less expensive, to be honest.
They are. They are.
And if you use them skinned and boned,
yeah.
They're very nice, and I don't think you could really tell too much, except that they are more moist and have a little bit more flavor.
Yes, and you can. went over to Aldi's the other day, and they have a package, 5 pounds of skinless, boneless, frozen chicken thighs, and you can bring those home, take out as many as you want, and you cook them. So let's cook something using thighs, not breasts. Remembering if you eat thighs versus breasts, you're in the mode of the way you should eat now these days. No breast thighs. And this is a very, very simple recipe. Takes 10 minutes to make. So you take your thighs, get a skillet, and put a little olive oil in it, salt and pepper it, and saute them about 2 minutes per side. Take a lemon slice, put it over the top of it, and put it in the oven for about 10 minutes. Take it out, take some white wine, pour it over the top to deglaze it, put some herbs over it, put a little stock on it, salt and pepper if you'd like. It's ready. That's it. It's all done. And it's a great, and the thighs can have that nice moisture to them, and it's really good. I want to show you something too. When we talk about using a skillet and putting it into the oven, one difficulty with that is if you have at home one that doesn't have a metal handle, you stick it in the oven at 425, 450 degrees, it's going to melt. So if you like this type of cooking, it's easy in cooking, it's something the restaurants do all the time. Start it on top of the stove, stick it in the oven, in a hot oven. Get pans that have a metal grip to it. They won't get hot on top of the stove. They will get hot when you put it in the oven.
Right.
And I buy mine out at the outlet mall, Calflin, which is a stick-free, non-stick thing. And I'll do it with steaks, I'll do it with chops, I'll do it with many things, and just start it on the top, stick it underneath for a very short period of time. You sear the meat, and then it keeps all that moisture in. And these are great pans. And the Chef's Outlet out at the outlet mall, they sell them at half price. And
sometimes they even have specials.
They have specials.
If you can check on them, that make it relatively inexpensive.
So you might want to think about that. All right. So next thing I want to talk about, our kids like this. Used to make this for them, Marilyn. Bubble and Squeek.
Oh, this is an English dish.
English, Irish,
something like that.
And the reason why I bring it up now, I mean, we just got through with St. Patty's Day, and everybody eats corned beef and cabbage, and corned beef and cabbage is good. This is better. It's better for you, and it's really, really easy to make. So I'm going to give you a recipe for Bubble and Squeek. Your kids will love it. Now, the first thing you want to do is go out and buy some Savoy cabbage. Savoy cabbage has got a little bit more flavor. Marilyn, you like it a lot better.
I like it better, and it also is greener, so it probably does have more nutrients and vitamins in it because it's a darker color green.
So we're going to take and we're going to steam some sliced up Savoy cabbage, okay? Steam it up. We're going to take some potatoes. Marilyn especially likes the little red potatoes, whole.
And I think they are also better for you because
Yes.
I don't think they grow in the same conditions as the big potato farms out in the West, or the Midwest.
So you take your potatoes, you cut them up into quarters, put a little vinegar into the water, a little salt, and cook them until they're soft. So now, you go through the process of, they have to be mashed or cut up to make it a paste out of it. And that can be a pain. Now I'm going to show you, this is where we're going to get into a gidget. Or is it a gidget or a gadget?
A gadget.
A gadget.
Also the fact of the red, the skin is so light you can leave the skin in. And
Yeah,
there again, you're getting better nutrition out of it because that's where most of your vitamins would be in the skin.
And this little tool is called an emulsifier. I use it every single day. When I make I make coffee in the morning. I make an espresso, and I like foam on it. I finish making the espresso. I stick this in, and it comes out all that foam. So now we're going to use it for this dish for the potatoes. After you've taken and cooked the potatoes, you drain the water out of them, let them dry a bit, then stick a little milk, a little butter, and put this in it and just bring it up and down and you turn it on, and it won't make it into a creamy mess. It'll make it into a somewhat chunky type of stuff, and it's wonderful. All right. So we're going to use this to make the potatoes. So now we got the cabbage. We're going to put a layer of cabbage down. We're going to take a layer of the potatoes, and we're going to mix some a little onion and whatever other kind of seasoning you want in with it. Some scallions. You put that on there. Then you take some chicken kielbasa. All right. Slice it up. Put that in there. Put that as another layer. Put some more of the potatoes on. Saute some onions and put it on there. Cover it with some breadcrumb. Stick it into a nice 425-degree oven. Let it go for 20, 25 minutes. Olé! You have Bubble and Squeek.
You can also use any kind of sausage you want in it, and there's all kinds of sausages today that are not heavy in fat also. I mean, there's flavored sausages, there's all kinds of chicken sausage, turkey sausages, all kinds of things. So pick your favorite sausage that you like and make your Bubble and Squeek.
And if you're like our kids, your kids are going to love it. I mean,
it's another way of getting vegetables in kids too, because it is very flavorful.
And
the potato sort of mellows the Savoy cabbage,
yes.
And it just makes it really nice.
So, and that recipe's online, and then as we said, you can do anything you want with it. You want to change it a bit, change it. But it's really, really a good recipe, and I highly recommend it. Easy to make, and you can do that. So. Now, I was going to talk about chicken stock, how to make good, rich chicken stock. But I think I'm going to save that.
I think that's another show, Jim.
That's another show. I teach you how to make good, rich chicken stock in a crock pot, of all things. You put it in there and go away, you go to work, whatever, you come back, it's done. And it is so much better than what you can buy in the stores. It is surely a lot cheaper, and then you take it and you freeze it in the containers, and you have it and you can use it anytime you want. So that's what we've done today. We've talked about all these places we went up in the Bronx, and we're giving you a couple recipes. And remember, those recipes are only a guide. You go ahead and you do your own thing, okay? So tonight, have dinner with your family, enjoy some good food, enjoy some good conversation, and you're going to get healthier and happier. I mean, how else can you go wrong? Listening to us, you can't go wrong. We'll lead you right down the straight. You're not going away. You're going to be a lot better. Okay. Okay. We'll see you.
I'll see you the next time with more recipes.
More recipes and who knows what else. Bye-bye.